So hi everyone, and I wonder if that tweet will work, 'cause I'm not sure if I've run out of characters there. So anyway, yeah, we're back again, another live stream of Stratego with Bob, and I've got to keep my chin up, even though that last one was crushing, devastating loss. I'm gonna have to try and sort of recover from that one, because I realise now, just even sort of going for my break, thinking about what happened, I realised there was that spy, and I could have covered that spy with a miner. There was no need for me to move my kernel. So yeah, I do realise that I was to blame totally for that, and I could have still potentially won that, really. So yeah, apologies, not pleasant to see. So we're going to go again and sort of try and hope that we can again stop the rot and get a couple of wins back. But yeah, I mean, that one I'm going to have to review exactly how I managed to get myself in that position after getting this Marshall so good, and I mean, the other thing that I did as well was totally forgot about the spy twice in that game, because the other time was when I went for his thought I'd sort of started licking my lips, getting his kernel. Totally forgot the spy was still in play. I mean, it's just, I don't know, perhaps it's going to be good that I won't be playing again over the weekend and stuff, because I think it's probably a case of I maybe perhaps playing too many. It's weird though, because I feel good and happy about playing, excited to play and looking forward to it. I feel focused, I feel like I'm in the zone. I do apologise actually, because I do sometimes get it so in the zone that I sort of neglect you in the chat and that, but I know what I'm like. I mean, I'm bad enough when I'm focused, like you can see, that I forget things. So I tend to sort of try and not forget, so that's why I tend to get in the zone and then neglect the live chat. But I do go back to it sort of once I get a bit of a foothold in things, so hopefully I can get to that point and then come back to you, read what you say. So feel free to comment on that, because it's good for me to sort of read back later or after on those stages. But I guess, yeah, I could have probably done with sort of looking, just double checking, because some of you might have been telling me some things, that could have helped me. But yeah, it's a weird one. My memory and that is terrible. As I've said previously, we got a a silver kernel. Well, possibly a lotto or blitzer coming in. So anyway, welcome everyone that joins. Hiya Brian, good to see you. Welcome back. That last one was a crushing, devastating loss, as you know. So we're keeping our chin up here as best possible. Totally down to me, that loss, and I've got to make sure that I don't do silly errors like that again. I mean, how can I be in the zone and still do that to myself? I have no idea. I mean, basically what happens is that I get lost on one side of the board, and then sort of sidetracked. So alright, well, let me check that. Okay, so what I want to do is just get the captain here then. Go perhaps with a miner, just to check that one. Alright, so yeah, it's fine. He's probably gonna, yeah, take that. So then what I want to do, I guess, is sort of just maybe come in here. Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll place the kernel here and then go up this way with the captain. Yeah, because this is one of the sort of things that I learned that you can do is you can sort of do it this way, get something covering here. Now I mean obviously if this is a big gun, then it's not going to be tempted to sort of go in on that, you see. So alright, well he's got something sort of coming down for that captain, but I mean yeah, he's got another one, he's got, yeah. So alright, well I need to reevaluate this because I want to get miners available down there to get in there, and I haven't got them, have I? That's a bit of a scuppered plan there. That's something I need to look at with the setup there. So okay, well I mean he said he's got something to come there for that. I mean I guess what I'll have to do is go down there maybe with the sergeant and do it that way. I mean if it is a bomb, then at least I could potentially go with the captain into that one and chip away. Oh right, okay, so he's now got a reveal on a colonel. That's a shame. Alright, well I'm going to have to sort of check on this one really. And then at the same time, alright, well I mean, okay, so that's handy then that we haven't got bombs down the flanks. Alright, well so now, yeah, he's got a major down there, so I think what I'll do is I'll go in for it. Alright, okay. So, well at least that has told us that, hasn't it? So, that's a good sign. We've got his marshal revealed. I mean this, I mean if that's where the marshal is, I mean there's potential then that this could be the general sort of coming in. Well, okay, so yeah, I mean he's potentially sort of going to pin me. What's this? I'm down 2 captains as well. Well, I mean I guess I've got to, I mean he's potentially going to come down. I've got to try and pin. I guess I've got to try and see. That's a shame. So he's looking to sort of just clear out down there. I wonder if I'm sort of going to get pinned here. If he's going to come down. I mean I've got to try and now. Well. It's a shame. I've got to try and look to sort of pin. Alright, well he's saying that that's something that he's going to try and pin with. I mean I doubt it's going to be the general. So I've got to, I mean it's unlikely to be the general. I mean I suppose I could try and sort of come around the back end. There was, where did the major go now? I've lost that major a little bit now. Alright, so now at least I can sort of try and come in for this now. No, I mean that's the one that he sort of come in, didn't he, and said. Alright, well I mean if this is a colonel, oh no, alright, and I mean I've got to hope that this is not the general as well, although yeah, no, that's what he's saying. Well, I'm going to get that colonel back now, so actually that was a bit of a, well that's alright. So at least that means then that I can sort of get my colonel out here. We know his general's over that way. And let me think here, what's the best way? Yeah, I mean, if he's going to come in looking for that, I can potentially sort of come down there, can't I? Yeah, and I mean, I might be able to sort of get the marshal from him, potentially. If he's going to come round, yeah, or down now. So I mean, I'm hoping, aren't I? You know. See if I can get her out of there now, though. I mean, I guess, well, all I can really is, now that's handy. That is very, very handy. So, alright, well now then I need to sort of realistically just get my general, I mean, I guess I could do the exchange now realistically, but he's still got a colonel, hasn't he? So I mean, I'll just sort of sit tight for the time being on that. Check what that is. I see. And then what I can do is, I mean, if he's going to try and come round there, I need to sort of block that. Ah, well, that's even better. That's good. He's throwing away a lot of guns down there. So, alright, well, I don't need to panic too much. I guess I should sort of look to cover anything else coming. Ah, and that's even better, guys. Wowza. Well, he's really, really committed Harry Carry there now, surely. Yeah. Oh, well, that's a relief, guys, isn't it, eh? You know, that's a player there. What was he? Silver. Yeah, good. So that's got me back some points there. That is a real good one. What do you think about that one, guys? That's it, Brian. Yeah. That's right. I know. I'm absolutely devastated. I have to say, I have to be really, really honest. You know, I always like to be honest. And I am absolutely crushed about that game, to be honest. You know, I went down, I mean, you might could tell that had a longer break than I sort of said, you know, because I mean, those type of games just sickening, you know. You go through a long drawn out process, you get a good foothold, you know, you get some advantages, and then you just blow it big style, you know. So you have to kind of really swallow those pill, that bittersweet pill, you know. Well, not bittersweet, but that bitter pill, you know, and learn. You know, I mean, I have to. That just has to give me, you know, the kick that I need to just. I have to be even more focused than I have been, you know. But then, you know, we get a game like this here now, and sort of that really kind of, you know, gives me a bit of satisfaction again, you know, get me back up again. Yeah, holy cow on that game, you know, I mean, that guy's kamikaze pilot for Silver Colonel, wasn't he? Silver, yeah, I think it was Silver Colonel. I mean, I just dropped down to captain, didn't I? So it seemed like he was way above me. So, yeah, there was a good turn of events in there. Managed to hold him off, deal with him. So yeah, hopefully I can be a bit more like that now, and things can go a bit more like that. We go straight into another game. Excuse me, sort of on the verge of hiccups and sort of cross between hiccuping and burping. I just drink my coffee a bit too quick. But I hope you enjoyed that one. Did I send out a tweet? I think I did. Yeah. So it's good. Every time I send out a tweet, we get someone retweeting us and that there. I hope you guys, or whoever's responsible for that, He's one of the people that's joining us here. If not, whoever you are, it's two of us. I don't know whether that's me and Brian or not. I'm not 100% sure or not. But obviously Brian's here. If anyone knows about that, how that works, I've got a feeling that if there's no one watching, even if I'm here, because I've had it on 0 before, so there must be 2 of you here watching. So yeah, anyway, good to see the number 2 on there for us. So I enjoyed that one. Let's go again. I'm sure I've beaten this one before. I've got a feeling, yeah, this was a gold major once that I beat. They were a Marshall Blitzer down the right. I wonder if I should adjust my setup for this one with this in mind. Because I've got a feeling they were a Marshall Blitzer. I think I'm gonna just be aware. I wonder if I should get my spy a bit better. No, I'm just gonna be aware of this now, because I've got a feeling I beat this player before and they were a Marshall Blitzer. So let's see what the first piece is here. Alright, so we've got a captain, yeah, so we've got potential there, the captain coming down. So what I want to do then is just start to clear a bit of a route out and get the spy and everything in the right place. Because I've got a feeling this was the one I remember, if I remember rightly, where it was, you know, I remembered them sort of coming down and oh well, he might be blitzing around the other side now. He came down blitzing down here and I did him sort of relatively easily. So I just want to be a bit cautious about that. Don't necessarily need to lose. Alright, so that was a bomb over there. So I wonder, we've got it all bombed in down there. Alright, so he's now doing exchange. You see, yeah, it could be a Marshall Blitzer down here. In which case what I'll do is I'm just going to sort of test. Okay, so just test with a scout on there. I mean, yeah, I needed to do this with the miners, didn't I? I said I was going to do. I won't be surprised we're all... Oh no, okay. So not all bombed in there. Okay, yeah, so better take him with this one. I've already forgotten. I mean, that was a captain. I've got a feeling, yeah, that was a Louis. Actually, I should have sort of maybe moved up a bit first, really. Yeah, I just want to now, if he's sort of attacking everything down here, then I obviously just want to make sure I've got some routes past my main defense, you know. It doesn't look as though we got the blitz coming down that I anticipated down there. Oh, right, is it my go? So let me see, if I go up one here. I mean, I've got a feeling that that's what that is. That's the Marshall there. In which case I might just start to sort of get the spy in a bit better spot. I mean, we may have the general around this way. Alright, well, he's using up scouts and stuff. I may just start to bring the general up here as well now, because he's got some, I mean, I'm probably making things a bit congested, more congested for myself than I need to. I need to sort of start forming an attack in here, because otherwise I'm just moving too many pieces now. Right, so let's see this. Oh, damn it. I don't want to be doing that. Ah, silly. I already knew that that was a bomb, didn't I, you see? It's foolish, very foolish there. Can do without that. I mean, he could be all sort of bombed in down here. Let's see what we got. I mean, if that's a kernel coming in there, then alright, well, what I might do is just get a fix on that, see if that... Ah, now that is handy. Wow, okay, so... Alright then, well, you know, basically what I want to do is to... oh, we may as well get a fix on this, see if this is a bomb or anything special. Alright, no. And I'd like to get a fix on that, but that is good that I've got his spy now. And what I may do is sort of come in here. We level on Captains and Louis, so let me go in for this and try and sort of at least get a reveal on something. If nothing else. Okay. So he's moved out saying, I mean, I don't want to take too many unnecessary risks. I mean, that one over there we know to be a sergeant as well. So yeah, let me play it a bit more carefully with my game now, because I realise what I've been doing is a bit of carelessness with some of my play. And then yeah, what I'll do is I'll sort of just look to come down on this with that. Now that's been revealed, this looks like it's going to be a bomb. So alright, well that's that captain, so I can take that. That's worth getting straight away, and see what he's going to do from there. I can sort of tuck in now happily. I mean, I'd like to actually get a miner over that way. Let me just start to press this down there now as well. Okay, so he's saying he's coming in for that. Alright, well I've got to sort of come down this way, and then yeah, I won't worry too much. Let me just go this way. He's got a testing piece there, if it's a miner there, that's alright. Oh wow, okay. Well, is he going to have a miner there as well, I guess? So I've got to sort of, I guess, cover, and then maybe look to sort of fake again, I guess, somehow. Well, I mean, at least I've got cover in there now. Alright, well, I mean, I need to close in, just sort of take it easy. Wowza. Well, you know, the fact that I didn't panic there is a good sign, you know. Making sure there that well, I mean, that could be the general now coming in, of course, you know, so, but that's alright. Yeah, it is, alright. Well, I've got to sort of try and get away. And you may come down. Oh, lovely. Wowza. How about that, guys? Well, we may get a quit out of them there. And that there is a gold captain, I believe, we're up against here. And we are now up, can you believe, a marshal and a general. And we've got our defences well and truly in place here. I just cannot believe it here, how this has turned out. Ah, we've got a disconnect. That looks very, very pretty to me, guys. What do you think about this little win coming along here by the look of it? I don't want to count my chickens, but I think we've got them there. We've got them in a lot of trouble. I don't think we're going to be pleased about coming back to that too. That I've beaten that character there before. I've definitely beaten them before, and they were a gold major when I did it. So yeah, I mean that was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I've gone from absolute devastation, you know, to absolute delight now, with this looking like this. I'd love to hear your comments now, guys, how you feel after seeing those two games. You know, I've had two there, haven't I? Two wins there. Losing track of games there. Did I just? Yeah, I can't remember. Have I had? I'm losing track there. I sort of lost. I think I was sort of in a state of shock a little bit there to get that one. What do you think? They were a gold miner, was it? I thought it was a gold captain or gold miner. Yeah, no, gold miner. That's it. Yeah, yeah. But I definitely beat them before when they were a gold major. I'll have to find that game again, and I think it was in one of the streams, and I'll label that, because I've started to label up anyone new or anyone that's used to the channel. If there's any games that you remembered that you really enjoyed, I've sort of started labeling up my playlists now that I've got like little stars on them and say which games they include. So if it includes like my greatest victory, if you've ever not seen that game, then go ahead and check streams day 20. There's only one game in there, and that's my greatest ever victory. It's a long one though, so get yourself some popcorn. It's about an hour long game, that one, or hour plus, hour 20 I think, including all my sort of chat at the start and end. So yeah, go and check that one out. And that, for instance, that playlist I've now sort of got on there, my greatest victory next to it. So I'm doing that on all my playlists now. I'm going to put up anything that happens in them that's interesting and stuff. So I'm going to try and dig that one out again where I beat them as a gold major, because I think that was actually my highest ever ranking that I've beaten on the channel. I've beaten platinum players in my time, 2 platinum players when I've played on the game in the 17. Oh, fantastic! Gone back up to Colonel. All right, well, I'm on a bit of a roll here, aren't I? So I've got to keep going here. Let's do one more. I mean, I like to have breaks to just kind of, you know, make sure that I'm fresh and stuff. But I want to make sure you write down the names of your opponents. Oh, right, okay. I hope you don't go to the trouble of writing down their setups, Brian, as well. I mean, that's a bit, you know, that might be frowned upon, but no, I mean, saying that, if I recognise a name, you know, like that, then I might be sort of anticipating things anyway. And I do remember once I was playing on the site, not on the channel, you know, sort of playing, I think it was before I started the channel, and I had this character that I sort of matched up with 3 times, and the first time they came in straight away with the marshal on the front line attacking blind lotto. So then the second time, and it was when I was playing with that setup where I had my sort of spy and let's see what we got. Oh, gold scout. Well, they're not going to make it easy for me, are they? But look at this, I could get some real good points today back on the board. So yeah, it was just, I played against this character 3 times on the trot, and it was when I was having my spy and marshal in the middle here. So of course the first time they came in, they sort of lottoed and they went all round here, caused loads of damage. So then the second time, it was sort of only 5 minutes later, I thought, oh, this character again, you know, and they just sort of stunned me. That's why it stood out. So I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll just put my spy here this time, or I put it here, you know, and then they came down again and attacked with that, and I sort of was able to get in. And then the third time I literally just had the spy here, I think, and they literally come in, took a scout, and I went boom like that, you know. So you can sort of remember people. So okay, right, well now then, I mean, I've got to be confident about this character as well. Let's treat them as the same as the last, not worry about the ranking on them. Just treat them as a character that's going to come in, not expecting my defences to be in place. But that was funny, wasn't it? They did have the Marshal and the General over here in the end, but they didn't do it that way. That was interesting. It was lucky I sort of didn't start to panic too much. I was a bit worried I was moving too many pieces, to be honest. So, alright, let's see what's going to happen here. I guess, yeah, what I'll do is I'm going to go up, yeah, get that, because that's what I'm sort of always want to do, is have this minor in support of this sergeant. And just see. Okay, so alright. Well, you know, as long as we've got some, I tend to find that I'm definitely better with players that attack, but there are some players that attack that will do seem to just be too aggressive for me, you know, and they sort of overwhelm me a little bit. So I don't like them to be overly aggressive. All right, well, I've got to try and, yeah, see, this is something that's over here that I'm concerned about, that I don't really have good cover for that captain there. Alright, well, I'm going to sort of, I mean, based on what he's been doing, alright, yeah, and the same there, really. Okay, well, I mean, now then, what I'll do is, perhaps, yeah, just move that up. Maybe what I may do is sort of fake as a minor first with this captain, just to see what this is. I mean, it will probably think that this is the minor coming down, and I can do that first. Or I can even sort of bluff here and take. Yeah, and then that way he might think this is something big. And he won't want to risk taking that. And then I'll sort of go around now with this minor, start chipping away down there. Maybe we'll get a bomb or something. I may just again bring this, so we know that that one's a Louis. Just start to sort of bring this one round as well, just to sort of cover in a minute as well, get him thinking. Sort of force his hand a little bit. Okay. So, alright, well, that's a misclick. Trying to grab that captain. Alright, well, I won't make out I've done sort of a mistake there so far. I mean, and what I may do is just start to sort of give a route for my general just in case. So let's see here. Alright. Right, okay. So let me come in here then and just see on these. I mean, it's not the end of the world what's happened there. I'm actually up to Louis on him now, so that's fine. I mean, if we've got a big gun there, I think, yeah, we know that that one's a Louis, and that was the sort of captain that I wanted to get up there anyway. So I'm just going to take it a little bit easy. Just want to get this one over here to cover. Yeah, and I must remember now then to go and have another look at this setup, because I realise my miners and stuff are not in a good spot there. I might just now start, well, I don't like having to move my Marshall too early. I mean, I'll maybe sort of just start to, yeah, get a Louis. The Louis advantage that I've got, you know, I should realistically look to sort of use that. So, and I could do with perhaps getting these. Well, that scout on the back line is useful. So, perhaps I'm. Well, okay, yeah, because I sort of just want to cover really the Colonel over there with this Louis and get him ready to sort of do other stuff. But I'm sort of forcing his hand a little bit. You know, I've got to be careful. I don't want to lose the advantages that I have gained. I mean, that I would imagine to be a captain. So I guess I could, yeah, I mean, I guess what I could do is sort of go, yeah, you see, so, alright, well, what I could do is if I go up here, yeah, we can sort of get a fix on here. This could be another captain anyway, but we get the Louis or a reveal on something bigger here. And I mean, this I believe would be his captain. Oh, okay, so that's a scout. Well, that's alright then. And he hasn't attacked there. So, alright, well, if I sort of pull back for the time being on that. We haven't got any fixes on bombs yet, but we know are up now 3 Louis, so this is something now that I should need to make sure that I always take advantage of now. Let's see here. I mean, yeah, he's going to have it covered. Let me just move my Louis down here. I mean, that could be a captain, you know. But actually thinking about it, because he didn't sort of take there, did he? I do get lost sometimes, lose track of what's happening, guys. I mean, I am my own worst enemy in that respect. Okie dokie then. So we got the first bomb there then. Alright, well, I could now potentially sort of go in with a Louis over here. I mean, as I say, I want to sort of get miners up here. Okay, so he's now moving over there. I mean, yeah, the fact that I've got the 3 Louis advantage, you know, I shouldn't be fearful of using them. What's the situation? I mean, he's up a sergeant. I mean, this is obviously likely to be covered down here. No, well, that's handy. So if I sort of come in behind here now, we're going to get a reveal here or here. We could sort of chip somewhere down here. Okay, so we've got a Colonel lurking in there. Righty ho then. So that is something to be aware of, obviously. So now, yeah, I mean, I guess what I can do is try and get fixes on other things around there. So, so we've got a Colonel, we've got a bomb, and I need to sort of, I guess, start to mobilise my general now and look to sort of come in for that. So I mean, potential spy or marshal here and here. I mean, I need to, yeah, I mean, I need to get a, it's frustrating the way this setup's turned out for me, because it does leave me always searching for miners at this point, because I'd like to, at this point, you see, when I'm going to go up here and do these bluffs, go in with miners and find out, okay, so now he's doing that, and I would imagine that's going to be a big gun there. So if I go in with my Louis here, because this is sort of run away, yeah, and then we can get a fix on this. I mean, that could be his marshal. In which case, I mean, now it is a moment in time in this game where I do need to sort of have a think about how I'm going to cover things. Ah, so there's his marshal. Okay. Well, so what that does mean then, you see, so now he's sort of looking to come and get that colonel out of there now, isn't he, you see? So, alright, well, he has got, so I wonder what this is going to be. I mean, he has got scouts, hasn't he? So, yeah, I mean, if I look for that, if I look for that colonel to be sort of coming down here, I can sort of, okay, well, do I go for it with the captain or this sergeant? I mean, I've got the sergeant, he's got a, oh no, we're even on the sergeant, so I could have technically done that. Captains, we're even as well, so it'd probably be better for me. But I mean, it's probably wiser for me to just sort of play it like that for the time being. Okay, so got to be careful, got to be concentrated, got to be focused. This is a marshal, this is a colonel, and it could, yeah, this, alright, well, I mean, one of these is likely to be the general, isn't it? So, alright, well, I've got to start mobilising, I guess, with my marshal now. I mean, I guess, so we know that was the bomb, wasn't it? So, oh, well, I guess I could sort of fake with my colonel up there. And what's the situation on scouts? Alright, so, because I mean, if I fake with my colonel, we know his marshal's here. What I would imagine, you see, would happen is something else would come in. I mean, he's going to sort of go and tuck that down there, I'd imagine. But I'd like to get a fix on his general now, and then that would really make life easier for me. And I need to get a miner up to stop going in on stuff. I mean, what I can do is actually, if I can get right round with this scout, I can at least get an idea what's going on here. I mean, this may flush out another one of his scouts now. But what I'll do is as well, maybe sort of get a fix on what's this behind here now. Just to see what he's got in here, because he may have a spy here. Let's see. No, we've got a captain. That's a shame. Okay, so I mean, that I would imagine to be a tester as well. And now he's sort of, yeah, he's now sort of tucking that over there. Alright, well, I mean, I guess because he's got scouts, you see, so I don't want to be going over there too bold just yet. I mean, if he's got something that's going to have this captain, if he knows he can. Alright, so, okay, so that was the colonel there, wasn't it? He just did tuck it back in. So, alright, well, I mean, I guess, yeah, if I just bring this captain back, the worst that can happen is I can come in for that captain. Just do an exchange, get that out of the way. Alright, so that's the colonel now going away, tucking himself in. I mean, I guess I realistically should be going over there chasing down with the Louis, but I mean, I can come in for that captain. But I could do get a fix on the general, because that's sort of, I mean, I'd like to come in and sort of get that without getting damaged, you know. So let me see here now. And you know, I mean, the spy doesn't need to move too much at the moment. Alright, well, let me, you know, I guess, you know, let's just sort of go with this plan then, and go for an basic exchange with the captain. Just to sort of, it might flush out a scout, you see, or an attack from a scout in peace lower than the captain. Because I mean, I don't think he's going to be taking any risks here. Wow, that's a shame. Well, Yeah, so I mean, I'm thinking basically now then that the real thing I need to do is go in with my general up there. I mean, he doesn't seem to be wanting to scout with things, but I think what I need to do is to sort of go slowly, because if I move round into position too quickly, then it might stand out as the general too much, you know. So I don't want to do that. I mean, what I can potentially do here is, I guess, well, actually, now he's sort of looking to come around there, so I could potentially sort of come in and nab this. I mean, he's tucked the kernel here or here now. I've lost track. Let's see, so he's now coming in like that. Alright, well, there's no point in me going there because he's going to I guess, yeah, what I can do is go around with Sergeant, check what that is. So, alright, well, he's saying that that's the general, is he? Or I mean, if it is, then at least give me a chance for it. I've got to be careful about this situation, because this is the type of thing that can happen to me where, oh, that's alright, that's perfect, where I think I'm sort of doing the right thing, and then well, I mean, yeah, if it is the general, actually the best thing there for me to do would be to you know, what I may do is sort of look to fake here with a spy now he's moved that, because, you know, you see, what would the best thing for me to do there would be is that go in here for with the marshal, because we know that that's a bomb and that's a major, so whatever that is can be nabbed safely. And then what I'll do is I'm going to fake this as the spy here, start that process, and then sort of move the spy now, just to sort of sit it out. And then I'm going to go in, I think. Oh, okay, so he's moving that now. So yeah, I mean, if he's, there's no point me sort of going in if that is the general up there. And then, yeah, I mean, what I can do is again use this Louis advantage on him. So okay, so we got the marshal there, we got something that was protecting this major here. I think we got the colonel tucked in here. So we got the marshal here now. Oh, for heaven's sake, I do not want to lose track of what's going on here. So this one we sort of don't know, but this is the marshal, this is a major. Alright, so he's now gone over there that way, yeah, so I mean, there's potentially, I don't believe any of those two to be. Alright, so yeah, I mean, now realistically what I should be doing is maybe going over here with my general now, and coming in that way. Because his marshal's now sort of been pinned down that way, unless I, you know, until I get a fix on his general anyway. I mean, I guess general could be that way, but I guess, yeah, I mean, maybe my best bet is to sort of come in this way, because he's probably going to keep his general around there. I mean, I guess I should as well bring my marshal into play in the middle, and that was something there that's that was sort of coming over. Well, we're going to get a fix on that in a minute, you know, but I think all up here could be free pickings for me. I might tuck this Louis back in as well, so that I can sort of maybe use it as a sort of fake spy later. But this is the marshal, this is a major, we don't know where anything else is really. But now it looks as though he's giving me a chance here to do some damage with the general here. So let's see. I mean, he's probably coming down there, yeah, something cheap and cheerful, I dare say. Possibly like a miner or something. So, alright, well I might just test on this one first, because I mean this was the one that was sort of threatening. But yeah, I need to get in here really now. Well, I'm going to have to take that really. Probably just, oh okay, so it's not a miner, so that's alright. But now, yeah, we're probably fully expecting now here this marshal here, or if this doesn't start coming over, then we're looking at a general coming over, which will be handy because we're looking for that general. So excuse me guys, okay, great, so that's all right. So now, yeah, I can happily come up here really, because even if I do exchange on the general, which I believe is here really, the general, and the way it's sort of come over, and we've got the colonel come back down there, so he's probably going to look to exchange if he does. That could be the general, you know. Now out of these three, well, I mean what I should do is sort of come in and go this way and then all the way up here. So what's the best move here? I mean, I guess try and sort of press here really. And that could be a colonel as well. You know, I mean, I'm not worried about doing the exchange on the general. If I can grab something in the process, that'll be really good. But it'll be good if I can get 2 victories on the bounce against gold players. So yeah, this is what I was wondering. I mean, he might sort of go that way, and then if this is a colonel, then alright, well I mean I guess I've got to just start wiping these out, yeah. I might not get as much as I would like, but yeah, I've got a feeling that that could be a colonel. So if, yeah, well actually we know there's a colonel in there as well, isn't there? I better not got that wrong, because I've got a chance there to get that. But I mean obviously this could be the general, but in that case I am, oh yeah, I'm up 2 Louis, but I'm down a captain. I'm up a sergeant. So it's still pretty close. Okay, so alright, well that's the one that I think is the general, to be honest. So I'm going to go here anyway. Well that's good. And we know that this is definitely not the marshal, because that's there. I mean, I'm not sure if this is even moved. Okay, so that's just another major. I'm not sure if this is moved, you see, so well, I mean there is that colonel, isn't it? I'm pretty sure he's tucked it in here. I should go for it, shouldn't I? Is it this one or this one, guys? I feel he tucked it in. The fact that I've forgotten, I don't know whether I want to take this risk here. Was it this one? No, it was this one, wasn't it? It was that one. He tucked it into behind the marshal. Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk that. Alright, so let me come back then. Now we've done a bit of a job on him there. We've got that major back on him. No need to be silly and you know, but let's be cautious. That had moved. That has moved. So alright, well what I can do here is potentially trap that major. Let's come back round and trap that major now. I mean, I've got a feeling that that could be a colonel, and you know, he's sort of now. Alright, well that's alright, we can take care of that. But yeah, we're chipping away, we're doing alright, and I think, yeah, if I can come in now, back round here, trap this major with the colonel and the general, whatever that is as well. You know, it could be the exchange, but we're going to get that major now because that's sort of pinned in unless he starts moving around now out there. And I mean, even if he wants to do that down there, and that's all right. I mean, you know, he wouldn't have moved that if he thought, you know, if he wanted to do the exchange, and now he is sort of trying to do the exchange. So yeah, I mean, he knows that, and I mean, I wouldn't have thought that he's going to have his general right in front of his marshal there, so we got that as well, so that's all right. And I mean, we can potentially come in for this as well now, even if this is a general, and get it out of the way. I mean, he's probably going to move. Yeah. Alright, well. So, I mean, this I think is going to be a colonel. So, I mean, actually what I could have done is gone round and pinned that. So let's see. I mean, he's going to come down perhaps for that colonel. So, I mean, I need to... Okay, well, I need to sort of get a route ready for that, and then we can sort of come around again if we want with the general. You can drag that marshal round. So yeah, I think I'm in a comfortable position. It's needed extreme focus. Sorry guys, I don't want to come to you too soon. Still a bit of work to be done, but we're up the 2 majors now. So let's see if he's going to come and walk straight in on here now in frustration at what's going on. I mean, there's potential here. What he's going to do is going to come in, yeah, in between the 2 of these now, thinking that he's got a chance of one of them, because he does know what the both of them are. But I can then go back round. He has got scouts though, so I see. Is he potentially going to look to do that? Yeah. So alright, well, let me go again, just to go round there. If he wants to sort of chase, he can do. I mean, I've got to cover if he's got a scout there, you see. I don't want to. I can't lose my spy. Not at this point. But what it may allow me to do is to pin him if he comes this way. It's a shame here that he's now sort of forcing me to do that. But what I can do is sort of, yeah, maybe fake there that that's a spy. And I mean, that could be the general. I mean, if the worst case scenario, yeah, you know, if that's a general, he could be sort of coming in to do an exchange. So I'm just going to try and, because yeah, he does know that this is a colonel over here. So I just want to be careful. I need to sort of make sure that he, I mean, is this a general here that he's going to just do an exchange now at this point? I mean, I don't mind, because I know I'm up the 2 majors on him. So let's see. No, okay, that's all right then. Well, I mean, you know, he sort of knew that, so I'm just going to sort of play easy here, get a bit of defense in place. That wasn't the one that he just brought over there. He brought something else down there. So I'm not sure I should be bluffed by that. Alright, well, let's play it easy. I've got to maybe get my spy just in a bit better spot, you know, so that it's not prone to scouts. I mean, if he wants to chase this one down, actually, I guess I should potentially sort of tuck this back a bit. Just, yeah, I mean, actually, I'm not sure I want to do that really. So yeah, he's now looking to sort of just come in on that. So just take it easy. I mean, I want to try and sort of bluff him now that this is the spy, you see. But I've got to be careful because he's got his general somewhere, and I haven't worked it out yet. I'm just sort of losing myself a little bit. Okay, well, he's sort of doing that. All right, well, I mean, I guess what's he got? He's got one more scout left, so I could do with sort of getting that lured out, really. And yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just have to get a test on this, because where are we now with Sergeant? See, I have got an advantage on a Sergeant on him, so. And I think we got to fix on a bomb there, didn't we? Yeah, so. Okay, well, I mean. Let's see. I mean, yeah, I've got other scouts left, so I mean, if I. This is the Marshal here now, so I just want to be cautious about it. I mean, I could potentially sort of come in here now with miners down this row. Now he's sort of moving that one, but it's not easy, and it's because I'm basically slightly incapable of doing it well enough, really. So you just have to bear with me, guys, that I have to sort of take things a little bit slowly and cautiously. I know it's not everyone's sort of style and cup of tea. Alright, so that's the. Okay, well, I gotta be cautious of that now, because there's going to become a point perhaps where he's just going to start charging down. So, okay, I mean, the fact is I need to get a fix on this general once and for all. I mean, I've got a feeling it could be that one, and the fact that I've got the advantage. Ah, yeah, so that's that, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's that one, isn't it? So, alright, well, I do need to sort of go round for that. That's where I need to be realistically with my general, and now I've forgotten which one's the Marshal. Is it this one or this one? I've got a feeling it's that one, isn't it? So yeah, alright, well, I guess if I sort of go in, actually I don't want to lose my, I guess I could go in with a major and just get rid of that. I've got a feeling this one is the Marshal now, isn't it? Or is it this one? I better be careful about that. It must be this one now. I mean, I do realistically want to get in here now, and then I can get a refix that way on which one's the Marshal, because I have now lost it between these two. So I'm just going to have to play it safe, basically, unfortunately. Trying to remember which one's which. But I'm in a decent position. The fact that I've got his two majors. I mean, you may be coming in for this Louis thinking it's the spy, you see. At least I'll be able to sort of get a fix if it's the general or not. Because I mean, he's desperate to see where my Marshal is, you see, so that he can then use his general to a good effect. So that's realistically why I'm more keen to get his general. Okay, so it's just a captain. So alright, well, I mean, what I can do is obviously now look to pin that. We can make use of this scout here. Just sort of test on that, see if we get another bomb. We've got one bomb here so far. But we're playing a bit of a waiting game on him. But I have to do that because you know, I've got the advantage and I don't want to muck it up. I don't want to make a mistake. Now, I mean, potentially now, so what I need to do is start moving all this out, get this Louis and Sergeant out to a better effect. Yeah, so, but well, that is a captain of his. So, so there's a colonel. So we had one colonel tucked in here and one colonel tucked in here. And I've got a feeling that that was the marshal then, or this one was the marshal. I've got to be careful about that. So, yeah, so now, alright, well, he's now looking to sort of get that captain out of there, isn't he? So, alright, well, yeah, I mean, if he comes down one more, that would be perfect for me. But he may go for that one. But I'm hoping he's going to go down now. So we know we got the two colonels there. I am up a major. So, alright, well, let me sort of press on this and see. I mean, he may go that way. Should be a shame. Alright, so, okay, well, yeah, I think I've got to be careful though, haven't I? Because I have lost track of which one's the marshal. Alright, well, I better come down in case he does a 2 square rule. Alright, well, if that's, I've got the major advantage. So I mean, if that's the, okay, alright, well, that's alright. So I think then this one must be the marshal then, because I've still got the major advantage anyway. So now the general is still the issue. Which is something I need to sort of get out of. Alright, well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just have to try and sort of salvage what I can. I mean, we're gonna get a refix potentially because I think he knows that that's a captain, doesn't he? Alright, so that's a colonel there. So yeah, I mean, I do have to sort of now come in blindside, and if nothing else, I mean, he's got that, he has got that, I have got the advantage on the major, so it's not the end of the world. I mean, if I can sort of tidy up now on this general as well, and sort of maybe just start to close on the flanks on this, because I think this could be the general here then, you see. So if I can sort of come down here now and just sort of force in one way or the other. I mean, I think he knows that's a captain down there. Yeah, so alright. Well, he's got one more scout, so I've got to be careful about that. That was a colonel down there. This is the other colonel. So depending on what this is, if this ain't the general, then I'm going to need to sort of go in on this major with is the general. Alright, so now then what I can do is I can nab this. Oh no, you see what could potentially happen. Oh no. Alright, well, I mean, what I can do now then is sort of just close it this way potentially. We know we've got a colonel down that way. but it's not ideal here really. Alright, so yeah, he's now sort of coming in for that exchange on that kernel. I mean, he's probably going to look to pin anyway there. So, okay, well, he's going to just run away, isn't he? So, or pin. So, alright, so let me see then what's going to be the best way here. I mean, I need to start now getting miners and stuff out and up. And maybe look to sort of do exchanges now, and then that will be my sort of deciding factor, I guess, really. There's no harm in doing exchanges. I'm up. The majors on him, you know. So I mean, we don't know where the spy is, but I mean, I'm not too concerned if I can sort of eventually pin other stuff, you know. I mean, he still has got a spy and a scout. So I mean, we do know that I need to sort of defend as well. I mean, what I want to try and do is to try and sort of fake which one's my spy, you know. Doing the exchanges, because what I want to do is fake the spy so that he gets his scout on it, you see. Yeah, so he's not looking to do the exchange there. So what I'll do is I'll sort of fake, as I say, with a spy. So we know we've got a major and 2 kernels there, you see. So I mean, there's a potential that I can sort of close in on one of these. What's the best way here? I mean, he's going to go that way and that way. So I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, you know, the exchanges are not the end of the world. I mean, I'm up enough pieces, I believe, to sort of defend, and then exchange if need be. I mean, I don't want to take a risk that I get sort of done by a spy here, so I don't want to make that mistake. So let's see here, what's the best way. Sort of maybe I can sort of pretend here that I'm coming up. Just see what happens here. I mean, I may be able to sort of bring him back. And walk him on to my spy. I mean, he may think this is a miner or something, you see. That will really sort of turn the tide for me if he takes that bait. Because he might think that this is a spy here, you see. That's what I've got to hope for. But you know, I do need to make these majors count on him. Let's see here. I mean, if I sort of fake back a bit with this, that might make him think that it's not the spy, you know. So that'll be good. sort of move back here, see what he's going to do there. Yeah, he's going to go after that colonel, so alright, well, what I could do there then is, I mean, I do need to mobilise a miner now and sort of get that out. Yeah, and what I'll do is I'm going to use this sort of fake again here, see, so that I've got a chance here for me to sort of fake here. Pretend here that I've got my spy here. Now we know the colonel's over there, so that's alright. And what I may do, yeah, I'm just going to play it cautious here because that might happen, you see. Scout there. That's a shame. Okay, well, I mean, I guess there's no point me sort of moving. I guess I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to move up, yeah, and just sacrifice it so that I can then get the colonel out, you know. And then what I'm gonna have to do then is just sort of obviously now, I've still got an advantage on the major, so if he wants to sort of come in and do that, I'll have to face that. I mean, he may lotto down there now, but you know, I've also already got the major anyway. Now I do need to be careful because I mean I could potentially sort of pin him, get him in a trap here, one of these. So, but of course he's, you know, he could potentially sort of wipe me out down there with all of this. So alright, well, that's his last scout, but he done a good enough job, didn't he? Did what he needed to do. So I mean, you know, I've got to get this marshal out of the way now, and that colonel, and I've got to make use of these. Oh right, well, he's taken the major. Okay, well, it has helped in a certain way because now I can get rid of that, and we are still even. He is up a captain. So what else is it? Oh, it's all even other than that, really. So that's a shame. He's now sort of evened that up, but we do know that that was the colonel there. So I've got to work out a way that I'm gonna get round now. Otherwise, that is a shame. Yeah, because he's now sort of potentially coming in to start clearing out stuff now. So I've got to get my defences in and make a break for things. I mean, that could be potentially the flag there. So what I may do is now start to look to try and get him covered. Because he's probably going to look to come in anyway. I've got a feeling that'll be a major over there. He wants to sort of come down there. He might start to, yeah. I mean, this is the only one that sort of looks bombed in. I mean, I've got to sort of look to cover that in a moment. Let's see here. Yeah, alright, well, that's bombed in. I mean, I don't think that's going to be a miner, but I will sort of cover. Oh, okay. Well, so that's interesting. So, well, now then what I'll do then is I better sort of cover down there. Well, yeah, okay, well that's alright. So if I move up there, I've got him on a 2 square rule. I mean, that's going to be that could be the major, yeah, as I say. So that will be handy for me, because then I might be able to sort of pin it. I mean, I do believe that to be the major. He would have come straight in there otherwise, if that was the minor. So I can sort of pin this, essentially, if he goes that way. If it is a minor, then that could be trouble for me. But let's see. I mean, at least I've got that covered now. Okay, well that's his spy, yeah. Alright, well, so now then, I've got to look to see how I can sort of pin anything else now. And he's looking to sort of come in and do the exchange. But I can now start to look to sort of test other stuff, I guess, you know. He wants to do the exchange. And he's got that other... He has got that other major as well, so... I don't necessarily want to... what else is there? Yes, he's up a captain on me. So, I mean, I don't want to... I want to try and get that back. And also his... also his captain, you know, the captain or the major. I want to try and get that back, because we know that that's the colonel. And I mean, he's not bombed in, so I mean, that one sort of came over there, protecting there. So I mean, potentially I could go in on that, because he's sort of protecting there. And then sort of come up this way. Try and sort of sneak in on him. What's his situation on miners? Yeah, so now he's sort of protecting there. So yeah, what I need to do is sort of come in round, force this colonel back now, and then come in this way. I mean, I've got a feeling this is the captain or the major. So that's alright, we can sort of just play with him down there. We've already got a miner there. We've got all these Louis. So yeah, I just need to sort of play with him there. And I got a feeling we got the flag there, the way he was sort of protecting that down there. So let's go after this and bring him round. I mean, it's a risk sort of doing that. So I just want to sort of come in on these. So yeah, I mean, I think that's the major, and a captain there. So okay, well, I mean, you know, he's sort of looking to come down there and pin. Yeah, that's potentially the captain there. So, alright, I mean, I need to sort of work out what's the best way to, yeah, I mean, that's the captain, I would imagine, yeah. So, alright, well, I mean, if he's going to come in down there, I mean, I've got a feeling that that's, so if I can get a scout up there, or something else, you know, if he's going to sort of have to look to do an exchange or something, he wants to go that way. I can still sort of, you know, because he's not bombed in. So I mean, I think that's going to be a minor. That one possibly a minor. Alright, so I can sort of get this captain now if he comes down here. He's gone there. Let's see. I mean, now I realistically need to get this scout up on that one as quick as possible, really. And he's going to look to do an exchange. Alright, okay, so I mean, I guess I've got to come down here and try and get this out, but this is a tense one, guys, not making it easy for me. Yeah, I mean, the best bet is to sort of head towards this colonel with this scout. And I need to sort of protect against a miner down there. I mean, I don't believe, yeah, no, that's a sergeant anyway down there, so I'm not worrying about that for the time being. And if he starts coming in down there, I might, but I've got a feeling, see if I can get down here onto this, I'm going to nip in on this first and foremost. I mean, he's going to probably look to attack one of these, you see. So I'm going to give the impression here, he may have let me in now, I'm going to give the impression here that I'm sort of coming in here. I've got to hope he doesn't move that out here. And then we're going to go in on this. See what happens. Because he can't defend it now. Wowza! We're in there, we've hit a jackpot. We are the champions. That is a brilliant victory, guys. How about that for intuition, eh? And how about that for sneaking in with a scout? I love those wins. I really love those wins when you can sneak in on with a scout and nip in, you know what I mean? So, oh, that's took me up to general again. Oh my days, I'm so happy, guys. I am so happy. And look at the time. Wow, that has gone really quick today. So let's go and see what you're saying, guys. Let's see what you're saying. Okay, just names if they were a blitzer. Okay, Brian, I hope you're still here. Anyway, I've totally lost you all in the chat on this, and yeah, I'm really sorry about that, but there we are, guys. That was a masterful victory for me. Anyway, I say masterful, but just going to see this here play out, because on the live stream you seem to be a bit behind here, so I'm not going to type or anything in the chat. But yeah, a bit emotional there, guys. Really wanted that second victory against Gold Player, and that has done me the world of good. I mean, 16 points there, 17 was it on the last one. Wowza, those are the victories that, you know, wow. I mean, I've dropped down to captain today, and now I'm back up to general. Oh my goodness me, 460. Well, I'm gonna have to call it quits for tonight anyway. I've got stuff to do, and the time is really whizzed by there. But I'm just gonna sort of watch this with you here. Great game. Yeah, that was a great game, wasn't it, Brian? Really, really good. And you know, really testing my mettle there to be patient, and to do what I could. You see, what happened when he moved over there with that, where we're watching now, when he moved over there with that, it looked like it, you know, it looked like he was, my reaction over there, you know, I'm really overwhelmed with joy there, guys. I'm sorry, it's a bit embarrassing, but yeah, you know, sometimes you just can't help it when you put so much into it, you know. I mean, I was sweating there and everything, I've got all clammy, so you know, I just want to share that joy with you, you know, that overwhelming sense of euphoria, you know, and you know, just hopefully you'll get some feelings out of it as much as me, you know. I mean, you know, there's no way you're going to get as much relief as I did there, but certainly you get a taste of it, I would imagine. So anyway, that was a fantastic day streaming today. I'm really, really happy about that. I had some great victories against gold players there. The way I've been playing, I had no chance of getting victories against gold players, so that's really sort of made me happy, basically, obviously. So anyway, guys, so that's us done for the week now, and we'll have a nice weekend break of this, and you guys have a lovely weekend as well, doing whatever you're doing. I'm going out tomorrow night, and gonna have a good time, sort of gonna be in the party mood, do some dancing under lasers and to cutting edge music. So yeah, you might not think that's the kind of person I am, but that's the sort of thing I like to do at weekends. Go out and enjoy myself, just have some dancing, and you know, under some pretty lights and stuff like that, and good people. So just have a good time, whatever you guys decide to do, and hope you enjoyed that game. That was a stunning one there for me to go in with the scout, and that they're great little ones to do, you know. So yeah, I shall be sort of enjoying that for the weekend, and then next week, as I say, I'm off work, so I won't be doing them from here if I do them, but I shall try, because I've sort of got the taste for it again, really got the bug for it again. I was pleased I had that 2 months off when I did, and those victories, you know. So sorry, that last victory before I had the break, you know. So I've got a taste for it again, and I really want to get into gold again. I need to sort of get into gold again, and then sort of, you know, make sure I don't slip up. But I mean, it's so easy to do, and you know, you sort of witnessed that this week, how I slipped right down to silver captain, and you know, in a couple of great wins there, I've sort of gone right back up. So anyway, thanks again everyone for joining, and I hope you enjoyed it. Good to see you, Brian. Thanks for interacting. Always a pleasure to have you on board and to chat to you, and yeah, I look forward to seeing your videos and stuff as well, and yeah, I shall catch up with you next week at some point. I'll try and do one for you guys from home and stuff. I'm not sure if I'll have the cam or whatever. I'll see how I can tidy up my sort of spare room studio area and stuff. It's too cluttered at the moment. So alright guys, have a wonderful weekend, and please take care of yourselves, and yeah, keep smiling. Alright, see ya, bye.